Pop quiz. What do Carly Fiorina, Ben Carson, and Mike Huckabee have in common? They were all interviewed by Megyn Kelly this week. They're all running for president, which means they're all going to get a lot of media exposure. Now, there's always been this question that the media and just maybe ordinary Americans have asked, which is, why do people run for president when they are either a long shot, a second-tier candidate, a third-tier candidate? In other words, they don't have a very good chance of winning the nomination. And my answer is always, what else have they got to do? These are usually a collection of either business executives or former politicians or recovering politicians or self-important politicians. But if they can get into the race, they get on the debate stage, they get people writing profiles about them, they get that media attention, they get to put their ideas out there. And I think by the end of the process, even if they don't even make it to the Iowa caucuses, they get a lot more famous in the process. And what are some of the benefits? Well, you might get a cabinet appointment if nominee of your party wins the White House. You might, if you're really lucky, get on the short list for VP. Or you might get a show on MSNBC or Fox News or CNN or contributorship or become the president of a university. It raises your national profile, unless you make a complete and utter fool of yourself. And even then, it raises your national profile in a way that is hard to duplicate. Now, this time around, there's a real dilemma for the media because it's not just Carly and Huck and Dr. Carson who are getting in, along with Jeb Bush is going to get into it. Scott Walker is going to announce soon. We already have Rand. I'm losing track. Let me see if I don't have an oops here. We already have Rand. We already have Ted Cruz. We already have in the waiting on the sidelines, Lindsey Graham may run. John Bolton may run. John Kasich, the governor of Ohio, may run. Donald Trump may run. Reporters are really praying for that one. And so you're going to have 15, 17, 19, 20 candidates. You can't have a debate with 20 candidates. And in fact, you know, newspapers only have so many reporters to send out on the trail. There's only so much time in a minute 45 evening news piece. So it's a real challenge for the media not to write people off prematurely. I don't think that Huckabee, the second time around, or Fiorina, or Carson got anywhere near the attention that Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio and Rand Paul did when they announced, because they're seen as first tier. But, you know, often we are wrong. When Mike Huckabee ran in 2008, he got no media coverage right up until a few weeks before the Iowa caucuses, which he ended up winning. So we can place the wrong bets. We can't cover everyone at once. But from the point of view of those who want to run, and I know that some people think, well, they end up looking foolish or they make mistakes or scandals come out. I think it's a small price to pay because by the end of the campaign, everybody in America has heard of them.